ourselves in these few things. Rest will be taken care. So, while we are availing and cashing this opportunity of studying the Shastras, once in a while we have to pause and observe these things, that the intensity of wanting to study Shastra, wanting to know the Lord or the truth through the Shastra, wanting to know the sadhana, more importantly, wanting to do sadhana to reach God. Is it in the Manda Rupa, or is it Madhyama Rupa, or is it in Tivra Rupa? Depending on the intensity level, our efforts and our reaching also there. So, slowly, steadily into that exclusiveness of spirituality, we have to enter and enjoy this world only. Let this be prayer for all of us. Let us invoke God's grace to give us sufficient vairagyam from the world and jijnasa and mumukshata in spirituality. Now, today, let us do this 12th Skandha, 5th chapter conclusion. Then we also study 10th Skandha, Raja Muchukunda Charitra. Let us see how it works out. Let us start with our prayers quickly. These 2 hours are our very serious efforts of sadhana. ऐसे मानकर चलते हैं. ओम 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 सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम सच्चिदानंदरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः. निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः. नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्. ओं नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओं योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवण त्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं. समस्तदेवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो ब्राह्मणेभ्यो आचार्येभ्यो भक्तेभ्यो साधुभ्यो साधकेभ्यो तीर्थेभ्यो क्षेत्रेभ्यो नदीनदेभ्यो शास्त्रेभ्यो नमः. परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षये सूतमहामुने शौनकादृशुभ्यो वैशम्पायनादृशुभ्यो अत्र्यादृशुभ्यो मत्स्यादिवतारेभ्यो प्रह्लादादिभक्तजनेभ्यो आदित्यादिनवग्रहदेवताभ्यो दक्षिणामूर्ति दत्तात्रेय ग्रीवादिगुरुभ्यो आदिपराशक्तिमात्रे नमः. मातापितृदेवताभ्यो नमः. आद्यशङ्कराचार्यादिगुरुभ्यो नमः. अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. तेषां सर्वेषां गुरूणां देवतानां परब्रह्मणः श्रुतिमादनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्यस्मिन् क्षणे एव प्राप्त्यर्थं पुराणेतिहासोक्त भगवद्भागवत दर्शनानुग्रह अनुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकः संस्कृतेः हैन्दवसंस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थान पुनर्जागरण विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थञ्च तत्कृत कंकणबद्ध समस्त साधक भक्त सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासूनां च समस्त शक्ति साधना संपदा अवाप्ति द्वारा विघ्न शत्रु निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्य दिग्विजय प्राप्त्यर्थम श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण शास्त्रस्य द्वादश स्कंधस्य दशम स्कंधस्यापि पारायणम् अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. आदौ द्वादश स्कंधः. ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः. श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणं द्वादश स्कंधः. आभासश्च निरोधश्च यतश्चाध्यवसीयते साश्रयः परं ब्रह्म परमात्मेति शब्दते. अथ पंचमोऽध्यायः. लास्ट टाइम वंस मोर लेट अस चैंट इट. ओम श्री शुक उवाच. अत्रानुवर्ण्यते भीक्ष्णं विश्वात्मा भगवान् हरिः यस्य प्रसादजो ब्रह्मा रुद्रः क्रोधसमुद्भवः त्वं तु राजन्मरिष्येति पशुबुद्धिमिमां जहि न जातः प्रागभूतोऽद्य देहवत्वं न नङ्क्षसि न भविष्यसि भूत्वा त्वं पुत्रपौत्रादिरूपवान् बीजाङ्कुरवत् देहादेहे व्यतिरिक्तो यथा नलः स्वप्ने यथा शिरच्छेदं पञ्चत्वाद्यात्मनः स्वयं यस्मात् पश्यति देहस्य तत आत्मा ह्यजोमरः घटे भिन्ने यथाकाशः आकाशः स्याद् यथा पुरा एवं देहे मृते जीवः ब्रह्म सम्पद्यते पुनः मनः सृजति वै देहान् गुणान् कर्माणि चात्मनः तन्मनः सृजते माया ततो जीवस्य संसृतिः स्नेहाधिष्ठानवर्त्यग्नि संयोगो यावदीयते ततो दीपस्य दीपत्वम् एवं देहः कृतो भवः रजसत्त्वतमो वृत्त्या जायते थ विनश्यति न तत्रात्मा स्वयं ज्योतिः यो व्यक्ताव्यक्तयोः परः आकाश इव चाधारः ध्रुवोऽनन्तोपमस्ततः एवमात्मानमात्मस्थम् आत्मनैवामृषप्रभो बुद्ध्यानुमानगर्भिण्या वासुदेवानुचिन्तया चोदितो विप्रवाक्येन न त्वां धक्षति तक्षकः मृत्युवो नोपधक्ष्यन्ति मृत्यूनां मृत्युमीश्वरम् अहं ब्रह्म परं धाम ब्रह्माहं परमं पदम् एवं समीक्षन्नात्मानम् आत्मन्याधाय निष्कळे दशन्तं तक्षकं पादे लेलिहानं विशाननैः न द्रक्ष्यसि शरीरं च विश्वं च पृथगात्मनः एतत्ते कथितं तात यथात्मा पृष्टवान् नृप हरेर्विश्वात्मनश्चेष्टां किं भूयः श्रोतुमिच्छसि इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां द्वादशस्कन्धे पञ्चमोऽध्यायः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। Friends, this is where Sri Shukadevji's teachings end in Bhagavata to Parikshitji, which started in the third skandha onwards. First two skandhas mostly, then Sutta Shaunakadi Samvada, and then actual teachings started from the third one. These are all great teachings. We have seen it. Mm. Hmm. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, first skandha nahi, and second skandha shuru se we are seeing continuously how greatly this greatest teacher of all times, Shukadevji was guiding greatest disciple of all times, especially for Kaliuga, Sri Parikshit Raja. It is we who have to become, as ever we say, with buddhi sukshmata, with proper observance, with single pointed attention. We should learn what are all these teachings and the rahasyam glory in that teachings. If we can grasp and imbibe them, we will also be as did the stage of Parikshita, we also will be in that glorious inner anubhava. So in the last teachings we have seen evam atmanam atmastham atmana eva amrusha prabho. Luckily, what we are studying in Taittiriya Upanishad, exactly here also the same. Because of the blending of these two, the subject understanding is becoming easier to us. Now, story wise, the last moments were that Parikshitji's stay in the body have come, where the Takshaka can come almost any time. 7 days are over. Now, here, having heard every of the Bhagavatam, Tattvajnanam, Brahmajnanam, Atmajnanam, here Sri Shukadevji is guiding Sri Parikshit Raja to abide him in his own inner essential self before the Dakshaka comes and bites. If that is not done, the mukti is not obtained by identifying oneself with the true Brahma Swarupa. Immediately after death, again we are thrown into another body from the beginning scratch. Again, we have to do there also. So here you can see Bhagavan Krishna ka sunaya sare kathaye. Why only Krishna? All avatara stories are told. But the essence of all that study is what? Finally, we have to abide in Paramatma only. Now, this is a glory of the Bhagavad Puranam and the need of we, the Advaita Vedantins, to study this Bhagavatam. That towards the end, the teachings by Shukadev Parikshitji is only to identify inside with the Paramatma. I'm just hoping you all are catching this point. Finally, the more we study Shastra, the more we have to become all alone to discover ourselves in sadhana to be that Paramatma Tattva, which is the support of everything in the universe. Without discovering our identity with the substratum of the universe, the Parabrahma, at the lower level, we see the Dvaitam. Now, again, from tomorrow, 2 days, we are going to study in Taittiriya Upanishad how yadahi eva eshaha etasmin ud aram antaram kurute hata tasya bhayam bhavati. Is it not? The samsara bhaya will be there till we are maintaining ourselves to be distant from Parabrahma, maintaining our identity as an individuality, holding on to the upadhis. You understood? There are people in world addicted to drinks and drugs or addicted to bad company. And at home, mother, father, wife, children, they are there. They are not at all in good terms with them. These people at home love him so much. He want to take care. They want to take care of him. But that fellow doesn't want. He is addicted. Destroys only his life. In the same way, we, instead of identifying with Parama Atma Tattva, we are only identifying with the Upadhis and maintaining the distance from Paramatma. And that is a cause of all sufferings. We have to recognize it. So from today onwards, okay, from this let us say May 17 or 18th onwards, kal se le lo. Only job of our life is one. Only goal of ours is whatever is the true absolute self in us, which we are studying through all shastras, we will reach out to it, we will identify with it. In that identity only we establish ourselves. For reaching to that, whatever is required to be done, that sadhana that we do, that alone we do, that we will definitely do. Anything which takes us away from that, consciously, with all maturity, we have to keep on away, keeping it away from our life. देख लो ये बात पल्ला पड़ रहा है कि नहीं after 1051 days or 52 days of Bhagavata Dhenam, if this main thing key through the projita kaitavaha paramadharma practice of devotion to God, by God's grace in our life, Guru comes with Upanishads and Vedanta and all Bhashyam etc. and tells us to do the Satyam Param Dhimahi. It is being given to us by God only. And if we can carry this message with us, He will be always in devotion to the Lord. His grace comes to us in the form of Tattva Jnana. Will always be in the pursuit of Tattva Jnana under the able guidance of Guru and Shastra. If to this thing we get fixed, we have studied all Shastra. We got all understandings, all our understandings correct and perfect. We are truly matured. But this commitment we have to keep on practicing. That is why earlier in this very Prasanga, 5th chapter, earlier shloka में सारांश में दो बातें. What our great Shukadevji said, Buddhya Anumana Garvinya Vasudeva Anuchintaya. This Vasudeva Anuchintaya is Projita Kaitavaha Paramadharmaha. Practice of the Dharma, Paramadharma without any kitava, any cheating. So the Paramadharma is Bhakti and Sharanagati. Cheating without cheating means without anything expecting from the Lord. That is called Vasudeva Anuchinta, which is the essence of Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam has two purposes. One is the without any selfishness, devotion, surrender to the God. The devotion is called a Paramadharma. All other dharmas are only dharmas. So Paramadharma Rupi Bhakti Sharanagati, then Dhyana Rupi, Satyam Param Dhimahi, Parama Satya ka Dhyan Karna. These two are the only essence of Bhagavata which we are seeing from the first onwards. Is it not? Now, conclusion also is that only. Vasudeva Anuchinta, his upasana, his grace will come in the form of Guru and Shastra Tattva Jnana. Then that Tattva Jnana, that is called Param Satyam, Dhimahi, meditate. And be one with that Parama Satya Supreme Self before the body falls. In this way, it is a story of every being, not only of Parikshit. Every being in every life is being sent by the Kala Sarpa. For Parikshit, it was 7 days, but for all of us, 80 years, 90 years. Slowly, the Kala Sarpa is coming. Much before it comes and bites us, through the study of Bhagavatam and Upanishads, if we can de-associate, de-identify ourselves with the Upadhis and Jiva Bhava and reassociate and re-identify with pure self, we also will be liberated like Parikshit ji. Is it entering into us, this thing, as clearly as possible? Can we write down these points? Can we do manana chintana of it? Can we allow this to enter into our core of our personality? Can we feel that, okay, with the study of all the Shastras, this must be the take home point. This must be the concluding conviction. This is what is to be practiced and reached out. ऐसी अगर भावनाएं बन रहे हैं तो we are really the great. We are really truly the students of Shastra. Our intellects are sharp. Our long continuous efforts of attending Shastras have yielded the perfect result. We can congratulate ourselves. So half of the Padhav is done. Half getting conviction about Paramasatya Dhyana and reaching Paramatma. Now remaining half is keep on doing that sadhana. करते रहो जब होएगा तब होएगा. So this is what he said. Evam, see, this 7th, 8th, 9th shlokas are बहुत important. 7th shloka told about the jiva bhava, samsara, having 4 things. Sneha, adhisthana, varti, agni. These 4, as long as they are there, so long the jiva bhava is there with jayateta vinashyati. Sneha is vasanas, including ajnana also. Adhisthana is Stula Sukshma Dehas, Varti is the Ahamriti, Agni is the Chidabhasa. Okay, is charo set milkar samsar, as long as they are there. This is Jiva Gati. So that Jiva only, who is called that Agni, Chidabhasa Yukta Ahamriti, alone through the Upadhi, having become an individual, for the sake of Sukha of the Upadhi, he goes on doing that karma and going on getting the karma phala, goes on moving from one deha to the other. If you really observe, this is what we do whole life. हमारे मन देह इंद्रिय मनोबुद्धि के जो कामनाएं हैं और हम जिससे आइडेंटिफाई होते हैं इन द फॉर्म ऑफ फ्रेंड्स एंड रिलेटिव्स, उनको खुश करने के लिए करी जा रहे हैं हम. जीवन में सब कुछ, इज इट नॉट? जस्ट ऑब्जर्व, दिस ऑल इज कॉल्ड samsara. Not at all difficult to understand, very difficult to live it, I know. Is it not? Deha, Indriya, Mano, Buddhi is me or mine. So all these human beings around me are me and mine in the form of somebody called wife, children, etc. Okay. Now उन्हीं के लिए जिंदगी भर कर रहे हैं. Identified with them. But who are you? Actually, kastvam, koham, kuta ayata, kame janani, kome tata. कस्य त्वं का कुतः आयतः कामे जनि कोमेता इति परिभावय. कहाँ परिवहन कर रहे हैं हम? सोच नहीं रहे. शास्त्र हमको यही बता. नारायण, you yourself are not what you think you are. Then how can all this be yours? You yourself are something beyond. And in that being, none of these are there because you yourself related to this as a jiva, yourself are not valid. आत्मा में जीव ही नहीं है तो जीव के ही संबंध में रहने वाले देहादि उपाधि और बाहर पति पत्नी बच्चे वाले उपाधि, ये सब कहाँ रहेंगे? Discover that self first. So the first shloka number 7 talk to us about the Jiva Bhava. Continue it. Millions of lives, millions of creations and dissolutions. One can go on being in that. Nobody can stop. 8th mantra told us about Atma Swarupa Lakshana, which is said in all Upanishads in different wordings. So calling them only here because of the urgency, because almost Parikshit's time over, Shukadevji has used some words. न तत्र आत्मा स्वयं ज्योतिः य व्यक्ताव्यक्तयोः परः आकाश इव च आधारः Dhruvaha, Anantaha, Anupamaha, Tataha. How pregnant are these words, which are beautifully indicating to us the truth, the self, the reality. Each of the words so complete, so wonderful it is actually. जितना इस बात को हम डाइजेस्ट करते हैं, इनफैक्ट ऊपर वाला भी, how the jiva bhava is happening in me, that also we have to thoroughly understand. And what is the explanation about the truth, the reality, the true self, that also we have to be very clear. Then by discovering that self in us, we have to discard the jiva bhava, and to jiva only there is samsara. Jiva bhava discarded by the discovery of the atma anubhava, then jiva ka hi samsara hai, it no more stays there. That is why in the ninth mantra we are told the sadhana to be done. So the jiva in seventh shloka, who is bound. Eighth shloka is Atma Swarupa Lakshanas. Ninth shloka, discovering that Atma Swarupa or Atma Anubhava to get rid of samsara. And what is samsara? The biting of Takshaka. Every life, Takshaka comes and bites every day in one or the other form of misery. Remember, misery is a mrityu to the human beings. Why? Because the essential nature of ours being Ananda, how can we become miserable? यार आनंद स्वरूप है, तो हमको दुखी, हम दुखी होंगे मत, हो रहे मतलब हम वो आनंद स्वरूप से अपने आप को नीचे गिरा रहे हैं. दैट इट सेल्फ इज मृत्यु. इट्स नॉट दैट तक्षका कम्स एंड बाइट्स, दैट्स ऑल एक्सटर्नल. Till we don't discover ourselves, every moment we are killed from being the blissful self. Not once, every life, every day we are, that is called ekecha atmahano janaha, related to that Taittiriya, sorry, Ishavasya Upanishad mantra. Asurya namate lokaha andhena tamasavrutaha tagamste pretyabhigachanti ekecha atmahano janaha. With AK-47 rifle, they are killing themselves. Ekecha atmahano janaha. Ekecha. Are you trying to catch? Are you relating everything? So, seventh mantra Jiva Bhava, eighth mantra Atma Swarupa Lakshana, ninth mantra is the sadhana. If that is not done, every moment Takshaka will bite. If that is done, you are beyond even Takshaka bites. It is only to the Upadhi, not to me. And what is the way to discover that? Natatratma swayam jyotihi yo vyakta vyaktayo paraha akashaiva chadharaha ध्रुव नंतोपमस्ततः. दिस लक्षण वाला आत्मा को कहाँ कैसे पता करना है? दिस ब्यूटिफुल नाइन्थ मंत्र. एवं आत्मानम आत्मस्थम आत्मना एव अमृष प्रभो. हेल्प ऑफ व्हाट? बुद्धिया अनुमान गर्भिण्या. And this Anumana Garbhini Buddhi, all these things, who will give us? Bhagavan. Therefore, Vasudeva Anuchintaya. Still, it's in Sanskrit Bhasha. You make that Bhasha, that knowledge in your language. Understanding is important. No, not language. If you understand your language, that is enough. Do sadhana. So, Atmanam, your own self, which is said in the above Lakshanas. Atmastam, which is there in your own Buddhi Guha, I have said in Taittiriya Upanishad. Atmana eva, with your own intellectual inquiry. That intellect should have sufficient knowledge about all the ways of reaching to that self. That's why Buddhya Anumana Garbhinya. Anumana Garbhini is सत्यम ज्ञानम अनंतम लक्षण वाला ब्रह्म को पकड़ने का कोशिश करो, या सिंपली टू से अन्वय व्यतिरेक के द्वारा. बस. What is that? In whose presence everything is there, in whose absence nothing is there. That is called as Anvaya Paddhati. And other than that, whatever is there, is it independently existing? No. Therefore, it is not real. Vyatireka Paddhati. Remember, through Anvaya, we reach the substratum Brahman. Through Vyatireka, we reject everything which is superimposed on Brahman, identified with which we were not having the sight of Brahman, which was so much said in the earlier sloka, the example of Megha and all that. Every chapter was guiding us in this direction only. So Vasudeva Anuchintaya Buddhya Anumana Garbhinya Atmanam Atmani Evam Samiksha. This is what we have to do. In that way, when we reach to that Atma Vastu in us, we are by that time Panchakosh Atit ho gaye, not only Annamaya Kosh. Then where will the Takshaka come and bite? Only Annamaya. Therefore, you have become Mrityu of all Mrityus, one with Paramatma Tattva. How can any Mrityu can touch you? See, therefore that fear of death is gone away. Because the biting will happen to the body. I'm not it. I'm the self. Self cannot be touched by anything else. Nayam hanti nahanyate. अच्छेद्योयम अदाह्योयम अक्ले देहा अशोष्यवच, है ना गीता में उपनिषदों में। खड्ग से छेदन किया नहीं जाता आत्मा का, अग्नि से दहन नहीं किया जाता है, पानी से गलाया नहीं जाता है, हवा से शोषित नहीं किया जाता है। See, we have studied it long back in other Gita and all. Now, after studying Upanishad so regularly, all of that is becoming meaningful to us. To that Upanishadic study, the Bhagavata is adding Sone Pe Suhaga. Because there is a story of someone, Parikshit and so many, which we can inspire us. Ki they have tried all that, they have reached to the ultimate. Be careful about all this. We are summarizing this. So, चोदितो विप्रवाक्येन न त्वां दक्षति तक्षकः वै मृत्युवः न उपदक्षन्ति मृत्युना मृत्युम ईश्वरम। मृत्यु को भी मृत्यु ईश्वर को कोई भी तरह के मृत्यु के पद्धतियां टच नहीं करते। एंड यू विल बी दैट ब्रह्मन। Therefore, विप्रवाक्य से चोदित तक्षकः त्वाम, now who has become one with Brahman, न दक्षति. It may do that to the body. वैसे बॉडी को इफ नॉट तक्षका, एवरी मोमेंट सो मेनी बैक्टीरिया फंगस वायरस वो दक्षिण कर ही जा रहे हैं दक्षिणती। दैट इज हाउ वी हैव वेराइटी ऑफ इन्फेक्शंस, वेराइटी ऑफ डिसीजेस, वेराइटीज ऑफ फीवर्स हो ही रहे। बस उसका उतना ताकत नहीं है कि वो पूरे देह को मरवाए। तक्षका विल कम एंड फिनिश इट, दैट इज ओनली डिफरेंस। दिस इज वन आइडिया। Now the next one was the ultimate beautiful one. One sentence में भगवान शुकदेव जी has given what to do continuously, which we chanted yesterday 108 times. Now we will do it 27 times. Aham Brahma Parandhama Brahmaham Paramam Padam. Evam, in this way, Samikshan Atmanam. Okay, Atmanam. Then is evam Atmanam Samyak Ikshan. Then Nishkale Atmani Adhaya. Yourself you place in that Nishkala, means Nirguna, Nirakara, Nirvikara, Nitya, Nirantara, Janma, Marana, Rahita. In that Brahma mein apne aap ko adhan karo. You just place yourself in that. It's just like an ice block put in the river. Dekhte dekhte that ice block gets melted, then it gets one with that river. Is it not? है कि नहीं? वो रिवर से ही बना था ये आइस ब्लॉक। अब जाके डालो, अलग लगता है दोनों। आइस ब्लॉक and river appear to be different. Block is floating in the waters. And slowly you can see this scenario in Himalayas. Up the hill during winters, big ice boulders, they come falling from the glaciers. As they move, come to the downer plains with that heat and all, slowly the size of those ice blocks come small. At one point, they are not there. What happened? The solidification of Rupanama gone. That substratum which was there in that Rupanama called water merged with the total water, with which it was never separate. Only Rupanama was given. Morning class again. Taittiriya. So, aham brahma parandhama brahmaham paramam padam evam samyak ikshan atmanam आत्मनि आधाय निष्कले. इन दैट निष्कल आत्मा में अपने आप को इस तरह के विचारण के द्वारा बिठाओ. Once it is done, what will be your vision? Your vision is dashantam takshakam pade lelihanam vishananaihi then na drakshasi shariram cha vishwam cha pruthag atmanah. From that vision of the infinite blissful Atma Vastu, from that Drushti, the whole Vishwam, your own the Shariram, then that your own Padam, then the Takshaka is Visha Anana, is Lelihanam, all of them you will not see them other than the Brahma. On that Brahma only all this Nataka was projected. You don't see anything other than Brahman. बस अब ये सब हुआ क्या कि नहीं हुआ? सपने में हुआ तो सपने में ही हुआ, हकीकत में नहीं हुआ. So to in the Jiva Bhava Sthai level, all these might have happened, but in the pure Brahman, they have not happened. This is called, we yesterday 10 minutes I spent on that. This is called Sarvatmya Bhava. See, I am the snake which is biting. I am the Parikshit Sharira which is bitten. And when the biting bitten both are projected on me, neither I am bitne wala, nahi bitne wala. If you have that English and Hindi mixed words. Neither I am the biter, nor I am the bitten. Dekho, think about it. This is the beauty. And that main sentence is Aham Brahma Param Dhama Brahmaham Paramam Padam. Aham Brahma. Main sentence. Which Brahmas are? There are two Brahmas. Apara Brahma and Para Brahma. Upadhi Yukta. Everything is Apara Brahma. Because everything has to be Brahman. भूलना मत बात को. जीव भी ब्रह्म ही है, क्योंकि विदाउट ब्रह्म जीव कहाँ से आएगा? सारा जगत भी ब्रह्म है. Without substratum Brahman, Jagat cannot be. So these are all Apara Brahmas. फंसाने वाले नहीं हंसाने वाले. So specifically, Aham Brahma Param. And this Aham Brahma Param, Param Brahma, Aham is Dhama. That Dham ko bhi ye Param laga do. Aham Brahma Param Dhama. I am Param Brahma and I am Param Dhama. What is Param Dhama? Final abode for everything to go back and reach to. Just picturize in your mind. You know, if you can learn the art of picturizing, lot of Vedanta can be understood. Okay, just to see one ocean, small ripples, little bigger waves, little bigger tides, little bigger breakers are coming. So to small bubbles, bigger bubbles, they are broken. Is it not? All of them are coming from the ocean. Time going back into the ocean. So the ocean is what? Aham Brahma. Which ocean? Which Brahma? Param Brahma. And I am Param Dhama, supreme abode for all which was superimposed on me or manifested out of me or created out of me. ये सब बकवास, ये सब किसी भी शब्द को भी नहीं पकड़ना. शब्द परमात्मा के यहाँ पहुंचाने के लिए होते हैं. They are only vehicles. Don't get lost in the words. If you are able to catch the feeling, the शब्द की not जरूरत है. Like wife, husband, when they love each other, the feeling is no need to talk and write, I love you, I love you. I can I? Like you and I, in last 1,000 days of our being together, even 1300 1400 कितने बार I love you, I respect you लिखा है हमने एक दूसरे को. जरूरत ही नहीं है, because we know words को पकड़ना मत वहां. मीनिंग को पकड़ लेना. Ocean, all coming from it, going back to it. Then again picturize. Akasha, all Chaturbhutas are coming from it and going back into it. Picturize karo man mein. So to the Maya, through Trigunas, everything is coming out of it, going back into Maya. Now understand all of that. Maya, Trigunas, Panchamahabhutas, Sthula Sukshma Karana Srishti, Veshti, Sameshti. All of that, Brahman only manifesting, going back to him. Manifesting. When it is manifested, he is in and through all of them. That is called Brahman immanently in them. At that time, each individual thing is Apara Brahma. Okay? Then the Brahman which is untouched by them, though going through them, if your drushti is on him, he is called Parabrahma. Again, it is choice is ours of drishti. The Mahavakya which we have to keep in our mind is Drushtim Jnanamayam Krutva Pashyetu Brahmamayam Jagat. आपकी दृष्टि ज्ञान वाली हो गई तो जगत जगत के रूप में नहीं दिखेगा, ब्रह्म के रूप में दिखेगा, है ना. इफ यू हैव द विजन ऑफ द मड, एक बार हो गया तो ऑल पॉट्स आर सीन बाय अस एज व्हाट? मड ओनली, नो. व्हाट इज देयर ज्ञानमयत्व? द कारण ऑफ ऑल द पॉट्स, द मड इज डिस्कवर्ड. ओके, देयरफॉर वंस द मड मयम हो गया आपका ज्ञान, द होल पॉट वर्ल्ड इज सीन एज मड ओनली. दृष्टि कहाँ है आपकी? ज्ञानमय दृष्टि से सब ब्रह्म है. बस हमको ज्ञान पाना है, उस ज्ञान में निष्ठा पाना है. बट देर आर टू लेवल्स ऑलवेज, नेवर फॉरगेट. वन इज परोक्ष ज्ञानम, all intellectual apprehension, which itself is a big task. For many lives we have to go through. After that, the aparoksha anubhuti. है ना? Aparoksha anubhuti. That Brahman, which is support of all, is me. That is what Aham Brahma Param. That Param Brahma Aham is Dhama for all. So the Takshaka, what is substratum of the Takshaka is same Brahma. So therefore I am that. What is the substratum of the poison or the fangs in Takshaka? That is Brahman, that is me. The Sharira of the Parikshit, the Jiva Bhava of the Parikshit, कौन है उसका substrate? वही ब्रह्म, अब मैं हूँ. So the entire world of all names and forms, what do they have in their substratum, entire world, what it has got? Brahman only, I am that. Therefore, Vishwam, the snake, it's biting, it's the tongue which it is wagging or moving to bite you, and your feet where it is going to bite. None of them are not other than Brahman. None of them. That is what the conclusion. Vishwamcha Atmana Prutak Nad Rakshasi. Your entire Sharira also, Pada also, the डसने वाला सांप, उसका जिह्वा, उसके अंदर से आने वाला poison, one set of events it is. Okay? Snake coming with its own poisonous fangs, whatever. Then Parikshit's Sharira with the leg there. It is Vesti happening. Now expand it into the whole universe level. That's called a Vishwam. As we told yesterday, in this way in the world, in so many ways, the mrutyus are happening to the dehas. है ना? The tigers, lions chasing and killing deers and all of them. क्या अब कितने गिनती बनावे हैं? But in and through what is there is Paramatma. Paramatma is not troubled, disturbed by all these, any of the happenings. More than that, here the topic is Sarvatmya Bhava. And that Atma is Brahman, that Brahman is Janma, Jara, Mroga, Mrityu, Rahita. So what did the Rishi Shapa do? It only prompted the snake to bite the body, and the body any day will have to go into the mitti. वो तो उस समय हो गया बस. There is nothing at all. अगर वो डसने से भस्म नहीं होगा राजा का शरीर, और खुद मर जाएगा तो जन्मेजय खुद ही इसको जला देंगे. Janmejaya is the son of Parikshit. He becomes angry to kill all the Sarpa. Tomorrow we'll see that topic. Because he has beaten my father. And became Bhasma, my father. Now you yourself will do your father's Bhasma. After 20, 30 years, whatever the lifespan he has got, one day Parikshit will anyway die. So it is an event of a Parikshit going to that hunting, and that mistake of putting the dead snake and the curse. In that way, everybody has to die one way or the other. Parikshit's body died like this. So Raja Parikshit, his Janma, his Charitra, his Vrittanta, he is doing that mistake and he is bitten by the snake and he died. None of them are the purpose of Bhagavatam. The purpose of Bhagavatam is the Raja Parikshit Jiva from his Guru, having learnt, discovered his identity with the Brahma. ही गॉट लिबरेटेड. बाकी सब इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है. इट्स ओनली इंस्टेंट ए स्टोरी. ब्रह्म ज्ञान वेदांत उपनिषद के द्वारा पढ़ने का जिनको क्षमता नहीं है, उनको इस स्टोरियों के बारे में, स्टोरी मतलब इट्स रियली हैपेंड थिंग, बट थ्रू दिस इट इज सेड, दैट्स द पर्पस ऑफ पुराणास. पुराण इतिहास थ्रू स्टोरी teach the same Brahma Jnana which is taught directly by the Vedanta Upanishads. Please, those whose drushti is on the kahani and the way Parikshit died and they sympathize with him, they are pakka samsari. ये सिनेमा देख देख के बिगड़े हुए लोग हैं. The ones who never care, like Parikshit never cared his death, Shukadevji never cared the death of his disciple. Both of them were concerned about the Brahmajnana transference. He transferred and he received. इनको ही समस्या नहीं था अपने शरीर छोड़ना, and हम इमोशनल बन रहे. That is why दृष्टिम ज्ञानमयं कृत्वा पश्येत ब्रह्ममयं जगत्. This is the beauty of this Shastra. So Aham Brahma Param Dhama. So too Brahma Aham Paramam Padam. Because I am the final abode, so reaching and establishing that final abode should be my goal. That goal is called as Padam. Padam means the position. Okay, Vaikunta Padam, Kailasa Padam, station, position. So therefore, what should be the Paramam Padam also? Having reached where we rest. The beautiful examples are given in various Upanishads and all, that in a huge ocean, a ship has moved into central ocean. Onto that ship, few birds also went. Now, though birds can fly, so they fly throughout the day for their own fishing and whatever. But where do they come? Ultimately, onto the deck of the ship only, no? Or even on the lands also, all birds have their ghosla on those tree. Morning they get up and go all over. Where do they come back and stay? Ghosla. Any of you human beings, सुबह 9 बजे दौरे के लिए निकलते हो अपनी नौकरी वाला, तो घूम फिर कर कितने आते हो वापस? The most safe and secured zone of your own house, na? That is Param Dhama to you. Therefore, that must be the Paramam Padam. That being the final abode, that should be the final point to reach. Therefore, Aham Brahma Param Dhama, Aham Brahma Aham Paramam Padam. So, this Aham Brahmasmi is the ultimate position to be reached. Beyond that, there is nothing. Having reached there, no Jiva Jagat Ishvara Bheda, no samsara. If I don't discover myself Brahman, I consider as myself Jiva. When I consider myself Jiva, then the Jagat becomes valid in front of me as real as I am Jiva. Then who is managing these two? The Ishvara. The Ishvara also comes into picture. So then I have the Parichinata with my self-limitation. With the Jagat I have the Pratyakshata, and with Paramatma Parokshata. So with myself always miseries of being limited. With the world always either fighting of comparison competition or wanting to possess the world. And with the God always fear. पुण्य का फल देंगे कि नहीं, पाप का फल कितना दुख. This all will, it's all samsara. All of them are only in the mind. In the mind which is born out of staying in ignorance. Ignorance of the one without second Brahman, the reality. Once we reality को ब्रह्म को टच करते हैं, all of them are नहीं है. हकीकत में नहीं है वो, इमेजिनेशन में थे, बट इतना परेशान किए वो. हम सबको कर ही जा रहे हैं till we reach it. Ponder in this way as much as, and we cannot ponder it at home in our relaxed chairs, because utna data, utna stamina, utna freedom from either vasanas or the duties or obligations or desire, we don't have. Therefore, we have to come to class every day. If this 1 hour contemplation on the truth is not there, even this 1 hour also becomes samsari. In Kali Yuga, only it is a class where we be in touch with Paramatma. Very rare few are there beyond the class also, able to do. Trying to do is everybody is doing. हम सब कर रहे हैं कोशिश, बट होता नहीं वो. बिकॉज घमासान माया है. यहाँ क्या होता है क्लास में, whether you understand it or not, know it or not, entire Guru Parampara's Krupa acts, works. It wards off or keeps away the samsara from the mind for the 2 hours. For those who are willing, for those who are serious, for those who are sincere. Just like you go to your room and put on the AC, अच्छे ठंडे में मजा ले रहे, बाहर आते गर्मी. So it is the AC cooling effect. It can AG, you can say all gurus and all gods. Make us understand, जितना हो सके उतना. They only make us understanding again depending on our श्रद्धा. और श्रद्धा क्लास में आकर भी बिगड़ा हुआ है मानो, तो सो जाएंगे क्लास में और वी आर डिस्ट्रैक्टेड. गुरु's कृपा विल नॉट वर्क. Guru's कृपा will not pierce through our bevakufi, our ego. Only when we allow it, it will. If we have with our own murkata ahankara, in class, instead of being regular, sincere, and applying ourselves, if we are in an irregular form, in the disinterestedness, ashraddha, arrogance, these are all the things which doesn't allow Guru Kripa in the class. That's why those who come regular also, no guarantee. If these blocks are there, if they are removed, simple, humble, like you are all, see, thoda, thoda, knowledge coming. But same thing you try at home, other than this class, very tough. If you are able to achieve, you are in a higher place, higher place. Is it not? If somebody is able to study and deeply contemplate at home on the truth, studying the scriptures independently, great. But still don't miss class because Shastragnopi Swatantrena Brahmajnan Anveshanam na kuryat. ब्रह्म ज्ञान अन्वेषण शास्त्रज्ञ भी है कोई बंदा, बिना गुरु का नहीं करना चाहिए. हो गया. नाउ द लास्ट श्लोकम. अप टू दिस यू सा अहम ब्रह्म परंधाम ब्रह्माहम परमं पदम एवं सम्यक ईक्षण आत्मानम. Okay, in this way, very thoroughly understanding yourself, then Atmani Eva, in that Atman only, which is Nishkala, which is free from all the specified expressions of Rupa Nama, in that you merge. When you merge yourself that way, that self alone you see everywhere. Therefore, there is nothing other than that self. Either are the Vishwa or this your Rajyam, and you see it as a king, and you have a Deha, it has a leg, and there is some other body called as Rishi. He has cursed, and the curse is being executed by the snake. That snake is coming up, and it has bitten your feet with its own tongue, which has got poison, and something happened to this tongue, the leg. All of them you see only as Brahman and Atman. That is the meaning of na drakshashi shariram cha vishwam cha, then takshakam cha atmana prutak na drakshasi. You don't see them, any one of them, as other than you. Now, this is a big topic. I don't want to touch it here because it will take 1 hour. Tomorrow, day after, anyway, that's what we are studying in the Taittiriya Upanishad. I leave it to that. What is the point here? Pruthak na dakshasi means in the drushti of pruthaktva, manyness or the duality alone is samsara. When I am everything myself, I don't kill myself, no? And the killer and killed both are projected on me. I know. It happens every day or every fourth day for us. Our own finger goes into the eye and it hurts and pain comes. Pain happens. Or everyday happening thing in जल्दबाजी घर में लड़ते हुए खाना खाने के टाइम our own teeth bite our own tongue. होता है कि नहीं? Now, who is the biter? देखो biting and bitten, same example. The bitten tongue, the biter, the biting teeth. Both are me. You never saw the tongue going and filing a case against the teeth in सबको तोड़ दो. Other than tongue only keeps that food in between the teeth for it to bite. Is it not? See, there is Vyavahara, but there is no Samsara. So, the Dvaitam is there only in Vyavahara. Paramarthik mein, the biting teeth is me, the bitten tongue also is me. Biting, bitten happen once in a while. But generally, the coordinate effect for Vyavahara, wherein the tongue goes and puts the teeth, food under the teeth. एंड कभी कभी टीथ के बीच में कुछ फंस भी गया और एक जीभ ही जाकर उसको साफ भी करता है. द टंग टीथ रिलेशन. Is it not? Kujri work scratch. You only scratch with one hand. Sometimes or because of your absent mindedness, but ज़्यादा भी कर ली, sometimes it will hurt. The blood also will come, but the left hand will not complain on the right hand because सब में एक ही आत्मा का दृष्टि. It's a question of दृष्टि, knowledge. Our knowledge slowly is entering now through the study of तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद. उपनिषद अध्ययन से आराम से ब्रह्म तत्व का अंडरस्टैंडिंग अच्छी तरह होता है. भागवत आदि में ना ए प्योर नॉलेज इज इन बिटवीन ब्लॉक्ड बाय वेरियस स्टोरीज इमोशंस एंड ऑल. बट फॉर दोज पीपल हु कैनॉट लिसन हेवी वेदांत, फॉर देम दिस इज द वे. बट दिस टेक्स टाइम. That one Upanishad straight away. Those who are qualified for them. No here and go, no beating around bush. Straight away hitting the snake and finishing it. Hope you are catching it. So, Dashantam, Takshakam, Pade, Lelihanam, Vishananaihi, then Nad Rakshasi, Shariram cha, Vishwam cha, Atmanaha Prathak. You don't see anything different from your own self. Then on the self, all are projected. That experience, be yourself. And we explained just now in the beginning, 20-30 minutes back. Is Takshaka existing? Existing. Is his fangs existing? Yeah. Is this, what is that? The poison existing? Yeah. Is the leg of Parikshit existing? Yeah. Is the body existing? Yeah. So everything is existence only. On the existence, all of them are projected. Projected only. Existence remains all the time. That existence is called Brahman. And that Brahman is me, Aham Brahma Parandhama, Brahma Aham Paramam Padam. Having this way beautifully taught, finally Bhagavan says, Etat te kathitam tata. Oh my dear child, all these words is spoken to you. Etat te kathitam. सब कुछ आपको बताया गया. यथा आत्मा पृष्ठवान रूप. आत्मा means you. पृष्ठवान asked रूप or raja. Oh raja, as you have asked, I have given you all details. And what is that? Bharehe vishvatmanah cheshtam. The entire universe is the chesta of Vishvatma. Not even Kriya or Karma. क्रिया में इन्वॉल्व होना होता है, कर्म में फल का अपेक्षा होता है. सो नाइदर कर्म का फल अपेक्षा वाला कर्म है, फलापेक्ष वाला कर्म नहीं है ये, और एक कॉन्शियसली कुछ देखने वाला क्रिया है. इज ओनली चेष्टा, है ना. ओके. ए मीनिंगफुल डिजायर ओरिएंटेड एक्शन इज कॉल्ड एज कर्म. A meaningful action but not for our surfaces is called as kriya. A meaningless, purposeless action is called chesta, which has no samsara. Like I eat the food. So there is a meaning, there is a purpose to remove my hunger, etc. So the bhojana is a karma. Bhojana eating is a karma. But when the bhojana goes inside, it becomes digested. In the digestion, I am not there as an ego or individual performing there. अपने आप होता है वो, but without my presence doesn't happen. That is called kriya. All जीर्ण क्रिया, श्वास क्रिया, they're all क्रियास. उसका काम तो हो रहा है, लेकिन मैं वहां कोई ऐसा अपने कर्म फल के लिए कुछ नहीं कर रहा हूं. My job is done when I ate food. Now third one, कहीं कुर्सी पे बैठकर हाथ पैर हिला रहे. There is no meaning, there is no purpose. This is called chesta. हिलता है कि नहीं कभी हाथ, है ना. वन ऑफ दी 14 अंतरायास, है ना. दुख दौर्मनस्य अंगमेजयत्व. अंगमेजयत्व मीन्स अननेसेसरी मूवमेंट ऑफ द बॉडी. देयर ऑल अंतराय मॉर्निंग क्लास में, है ना. बैठ के ध्यान में घूमते रहते. That is because of terrible rajoguna inside. You are trying to suppress it through that sittings for meditation. That is what people get into all those, extreme rajoguna, but trying to stop it. It will not happen. That affects on the body. Oh, it's a बड़े highest thing है. अभी सब पे फंसने की जरूरत नहीं. वेदांत है पतली गलने से आपको मोक्ष में ले जाने वाली. बाकी सब में नहीं फंसा. That's a big दुनिया वो. That has no purpose at all except information and confusion and frightening. That's what I just told you. How the extreme rajoguna tried to be suppressed, expressed in the body as these controlless movements. Like that, so many. So finally he says कि ये तत्ते कथितम तात यथा आत्मा पृष्ठवान नृप, हे पुत्र हे नृप, आपने जो पूछा था उस सबका यह जवाब दिया गया. बट द होल 18,000 श्लोकास, 12 स्कंदा, उस सब का मतलब क्या है? हरे है विश्वात्मनः चेष्टा. दैट्स व्हाट आई वाज एक्सप्लेनिंग. कर्म, क्रिया एंड चेष्टा. So in the presence of Ishvara, everything is happening and nothing is happening to him when everything is happening. And to that every happening, there is no meaning or purpose. If you attribute the purpose, you become samsari. Just dekh tamasha, you are liberated. But that dekh tamasha you can do only when you identify with the self. After identifying with the self, dekh tamasha. Before that, try to identify with the self, not with the chesta which is happening in the world. The one who is identified with the chesta of the Lord in the form of the worldly happenings is called samsara. Having spoken this way exhaustively, now he says, Kim bhuyaha shrotum ichchasi. Now what else you want to listen? You desire to listen. और भी प्रश्न है, जिज्ञासा है, पूछे आप, हम उस सब का भी जवाब देते हैं. Ah, Parikshit ji's words, I tell you, we are in a good group, we are enjoying, no doubt. But this portion of concluding talk and then Parikshit is concluding words of gratitude and taking Guru's permission, merging in Brahma Tattva. They are need not be very hype made to be made hype topics, but in the heart it has to be a very serious topic. Oh, this is how a jiva becomes jivan mukta with the guidance of the Guru of the Shastras by recognizing his essential self. So, iti Srimad Bhagavate Mahapurane Paramsam Samhitayaam Dvadasha Skandhe Shukadeva Kruta Antima Upadesha Nama Panchamodhyaya. One or two thoughts of this. Tomorrow we'll say 5-10 minute कहकर tomorrow we'll start our 6th chapter. So, Kim Bhuya Shrotum Ichchasi seem to be the last words of Raja Great Guru Shukadevji. मेरे ख्याल में in the entire remaining portion of Bhagavatam from 6th chapter onwards, there is no Shri Sukavacha. Shri Sukavacha आपको नहीं दिखेगा कहीं भी, हो गया बस. किम भूयः श्रोतुमिच्छसि. परीक्षित जी को थैंक यू कहना है, परमिशन लेना है, कुछ कहना नहीं. अब जब कहना नहीं है तो वहां क्यों रोकेंगे सुखदेव जी? सूत जी विल टेल टू शौनकाद ऋषि इन दिस वे to the place from where he came, he just moved with all other around Brahmanas. Shukadev ji nikal gaye. So in this way, with this shloka, Sri Shuka Uvacha is over. In this 18,000 versed Bhagavata Mahapurana. Clear? Tomorrow also one or two thoughts we'll share and we extend along with Parikshit ji our pranams, gratitudes to our great Shukadev Maharaj. Kal wo hum portion dekhe. Wonderful it is. Excited, very delighted for you all for here being here for more than 1050 days. Congratulations. Let's meet tomorrow. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Shri Bhagavata Sharanam Mama. Shri Sadguru Sharanam Mama. Shri Suta Sharanam Mama. Shri Shukadeva Sharanam Mama. Shri Vyasa Sharanam Mama. Shri Narada Sharanam Mama. Shri Kumara Sharanam Mama. Shri Brahma शरणं मम. श्री विष्णु शरणं मम. श्री परब्रह्म शरणं मम. श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम. शरणं मम. शरणं मम. श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे. हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव. श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे. हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव. श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे. श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे. हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव. श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे. हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव. ओम मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं. स्वर्गे सत्ये च कैलासे वैकुंठे नास्ति अयं रसः. अतः पिबन्तु सद्भाग्याः मा मुञ्चत कर्हिचित्. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavatam Mahapuranam Dashama Skandha Uttarardha Atha Ekapanchashatamodhyayah. Shri Shukavacha. We are seeing Raja Muchukunda's doing Stuti of God. So yesterday we saw the Chappanwala mantra very cutely says, O Lord, I will not ask anything other than your Pada Seva, which is asked by all those who have got virakti from the world and have taken sannyasadi marga to reach you. The logic is what? You are the giver of moksha. Having done your worship, when you have given the blank check to fill it up, who is the Arya matured person other than the Bhakti or Mukti? Anything else which is again the Atma Bandhanam, he will ask for. Now, how pregnant, how important is this verse? Such verses, when they touch our heart, we are matured. Even such very sublime, very to the point verses also find no meaning in our understanding. Means we are at the very base, raw level of utter samsara. Then we have to go through thousands of lives of exhaustion of all our vasanas and all. Then that paripakvata may come. So this is what for which we are studying this Bhagavata, the Puranas, to get into our bosom or the head these sublime understandings in which what to seek, from whom to seek, what to reject and why it has to be rejected, and what is to be sought, why. स्पष्टता दिमाग दिया भगवान ने और उसका उपयोग इसी में है. Why the buddhi is given? Only to know what is to be attained or reached. Why? Then how? And what is that which is binding? How we are falling into that bondage? How we have to ward it off or eliminate it? ये दिमाग इसीलिए दिया. Are we using it that way? We are abusing it, misusing it. The sign of it is what? Instead of becoming liberated day by day, we are getting bound only day by day. Till we come to the Shastra, till we study, till we struggle to come out from the lower levels. Once you come to the higher level of regular study of Shastra, becoming subtler in our inquiries, we are in little safer zone. See the difference of the travelings by the car on the road, by the train on the track. How much difference? Cars on the road or buses on the road have so many other things to distract them, trouble them. बट एक बार ट्रेन पटरी पे छिड़ी तो कोई उसको रोकेगा नहीं. बस पटरी पे ही चलती जाती, ना नीचे उतरेगी कोई दूसरा आके उसको तंग करेगा. सेम वे हमको इसलिए बार बार एग्जाम्पल देता हूं मैं, पटरी पे आना चाहिए, कमिंग ऑन टू द ट्रैक. The speciality of the track of the train is what? Train is going on the track. It is not going out of the track and onto the track पीछे से आगे से कोई आकर धक्का नहीं दे रहा है. That is the meaning of train travel. Better. So we are slowly coming to the train track travel. So far we were in the traffic jam of hundreds of buses, cars, two-wheelers, lorry, gada vans, everything on the same road. And that means everything included in that somewhere some spirituality. The traffic jam of so many goals in our life, ambitions, pursuits, values given to the world and the bhoga. Coming onto the track is only spirituality. This is another thing. In the spirituality also, you can go through many margas. There is one marga which just takes you across in shortest time in a different way, and that is from the track of the train to the space of the flight. And how the flight moves in the space. इवन उस ट्रैक से चिपकने की भी जरूरत नहीं है ना. डीरेल हो गया रेल ट्रैक से, हो गयो जो स्पेस में, तो हवाई जहाज तो ऐसे उड़ रहा है, और ट्रेन जो 20-22 घंटे में जाता है, ये तो 2.5 घंटे में पहुंच गया. दैट इज द पाथ ऑफ इंक्वायरी, मेडिटेशन और वेदांत. इट्स अ विहंग मार्ग. Where if you can really are sharp and subtle in your intellects, immediately Atmanatma Vivek, Jada Chetan Vivek, Drashta Drishya Viveka, kitna time lagta hai? I am the self, I am the seer, everything is seen, seen cannot touch me, the seer. That's it, okay? By the time you browse through some magazines and whatever breakfast they smilingly give, you eat it, then the announcement comes. Within 10 minutes, our flight is going to reach its destination. Therefore, pray to God for the safe landing. Because of the weather's problem, there may be some turbulences. All are requested to tie themselves with a belt. अभी चढ़ा अभी उतरा ज्ञान मार्ग ऐसा, बट यू हैव टू पे फॉर इट मोर. कास्ट ऑफ ट्रेन से फ्लाइट का कास्ट ज्यादा होता है. That one it is. So, in the story part, Muchukundaji is teaching us, having worshipped God, who is the giver of moksha, asking him for bandhanam, what is wisdom? Bewakuf. That is what he wants to say in a sophisticated language. He says, कौन है आर्य? भगवान से मुक्ति को छोड़कर और कुछ मांगेगा? तो और कुछ कोई मांगेगा तो इज नॉट आर्य, देन इज नॉट इज अनार्य. व्हाट इज अनार्य? बेवकूफ. लाइक इन गीता, पंडिता न अनुशोचन्ति. तो यह शोचन्ति ते पंडिताः न, ये ते पंडिताः न, ते मूर्खाः एव. इट्स लाइक दैट. Let us chant this portion. From Manye Mamanu, I'm chanting from Pachpan. Manye Mamanugraha Ishate Krutaha Rajyanubandhapagamo Yadruchaya Yaha Prartyate Sadhubirekacharya Vanam Vibhikshadbhirakhanda Bhumipaihi Nakamayenyam Tava Pada Sevanata Akinchana Prarthitamatvaram Vibho Aradhyakastvami Apavargadam Hare वृणीत आर्यो वरम आत्मबंधनम तस्मात् विसृज्य आशिष ईश सर्वतः रजस्तमः सत्त्वगुणानुबन्धनाः निरञ्जनं निर्गुणम् अद्वयं परं त्वां ज्ञप्तिमात्रं पुरुषं व्रजाम्यहं चिरमिह वृजिनार्तः तप्यमानोऽनुतापैः अवितृषषडमित्रो अलब्धशान्ति कथञ्चितो शरणदसमुपेतस्त्वत्पदाब्जं परात्मन् अभयं ऋतम् अशोकं पाहि मापन्नमीश. श्रीभगवानुवाच सार्वभौम महाराज मतिस्ते विमलोर्जिता वरैः प्रलोभितस्यापि न कामैर्विहता यतः प्रलोभितो वरैर्यत्वम् अप्रमादाय विद्धिततु न धीर्मय्येकान्तभक्तानाम् आशीर्भिर्भिद्यते क्वचितो युञ्जानानाम् अभक्तानां प्राणायामादिभिर्नृप मनः अक्षीणवासनं राजन् दृश्यते पुनरुत्थितं विचरस्व महीं कामं मय्यावेशितमानसः अस्तु एव नित्यदा तुभ्यं भक्तिर्मय्यनपायिनी क्षात्रधर्मस्थितो जन्तून् न्यवधीर्मृगयादिभिः समाहितस्तत्तपसा जह्यघं मधुपाश्रितः जन्मन्यनन्तरे राजन् सर्वभूतसुहृत्तमः भूत्वा द्विजवरस्त्वं वै मामुपैष्यसि केवलम्. इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां दशमस्कन्धे उत्तरार्धे मुचुकुन्दस्तुतिर्नाम एकपञ्चाशत्तमोऽध्यायः. ओम शांति शांति शांति. Dearest friends, this beautiful chapter, every shloka is so powerful. If we can really receive the message from it to guide us toward the higher life. Narayana. Excellent. Okay. 55th shloka. What did Raja Muchukunda say? I consider this as your best anugraha on me. That yadruchaya, just by itself, Raja Anubandha Apagamaha. No attachment to Raja, etc. Naturally it happened. Yadruchaya, effortlessly. What can be more greater grace than this by you? So it also intricately includes some points. Okay? Only by Ishvara Krupa that Vairagya comes. Again he says, Ki ya prarthate sadhubhi ekacharya. So the sadhu santa wanting to go for meditation, though they are convinced about it, yet the attachment to the world, the vasanas in the world, which put together is called as Mohamaya, doesn't go easily without Ishvara Krupa. Mamevaye prapadyante maya metam tarantite. Then vanam vikshadbhi akhanda bhumipaihi. तो सन्यासी लोग आश्रम में बैठकर ध्यान करना चाहते हैं, राजा लोग राजर्षि बनने के लिए वनवास करना चाहते हैं. देयर डिजायर फॉर परमात्मा इज पक्का. बट डू यू थिंक इट इज दे आर जस्ट लेफ्ट लाइक दैट बाय माया? ना, वो पकड़ के खींचती रहेगी. माया इन द फॉर्म ऑफ वासनास, हैबिट्स, द लोकल लक्षणास, दैट टाइम पीपल अराउंड, ये सब माया का ही अलग अलग खेल है. तो विदाउट भगवत कृपा दैट वोंट गो अवे. Therefore, if it has happened, O Lord, by your grace. But the third line, गौर से पढ़ो. He, what did he said? यह प्रार्थते साधुभिः. Means what? See, they say Mahavakya it is. Sadhuभिः अप्रार्थते. So therefore, who is a sadhu? Sadhu is he who does prarthana. And what prarthana that sadhu does, or what prarthana doing person is called as a sadhu? That prarthana in which Rajya Anubandha Apagamaha. Means everything of the every attachment which is an obstacle in the pursuit of Paramatma, the one who asks for removal of all those attachments, he is called as sadhu. Take another definition. In this life, now one more, I'm just telling, if we search in each of shlokas, so many deeper understandings come. बहुत श्लोक ऐसे हैं, कुछ कुछ हम देख रहे हैं, बहुत सारा हम छोड़ रहे हैं. अभी एक जन्म में पूरा भागवती लगाएंगे from the age of 10 up to the age of 100. सिर्फ भागवत, working up every mantra, digesting every meaning, living that meaning till we become like Parikshit, experiencer of the truth. कभी करेंगे. तो फिलहाल तो बहुत अर्थ है, कुछ हम बता रहे. So here, one point is what straight away he says, it is your grace. It means what? Without Lord's grace, the Rajyanubandha Apagamaha will not happen, means detachment will not come. Second is what? This is what is prayed by the people who just have given up the thing and took up sannyasa. So too the Rajas gave up the kingdom, want to go to Vanaprastha. So their intellect is convinced about it, but they are not able to do that because of the Anubandha is there for various reasons in the world. तो वो लोग सन्यासी बनकर वनप्रस्थ में जाते हुए भी वो जगत को छोड़ नहीं पाते. वो आपके लिए वही प्रार्थना कर ही रहे हैं. बट दिस हैपेंड टू मी बाय योर ग्रेस. सो दैट मीन्स व्हाट? द वन हु डज द प्रार्थना फॉर द डिटैचमेंट इज कॉल्ड साधु. Sadhu is not that way. Sadhu means he is the only one correct in his pursuit of truth. Now the last thing, in case of Muchukunda, if Bhagavan has blessed, Bhagavan never gives what we don't ask. Okay, in earlier lives, so many, our Muchukunda Raja might have asked for it. कि मुझे सब इस अटैचमेंट से बाहर आके I want to pursue you. Therefore, Bhagavan has blessed. If Bhagavan wants to bless, he will bless everyone. Why all the way running, coming into Gufa and blessing only this fellow? He could have blessed that Yavana also. He can bless Jarasandha also. They did not pray. He did not bless them. This fellow, this Raja might have prayed earlier. Therefore, he might have forgotten that prayer. But भगवान विल रिमाइंड नेक्स्ट व्हेन द भगवान का जब टॉपिक आता है, व्हेन उनका बात सुनते हैं हम, उस समय ही सेज इट इज यू हैव डन माय उपासना लॉर्ड, देयरफॉर आई एम गिविंग. ही ऑलरेडी सेड इन द बिगिनिंग, यू हैव डन लॉट ऑफ उपासना मी टू मी, देयरफॉर टू ब्लेस यू ओनली आई एंटर्ड इनटू दिस गुफा. ऑलरेडी बता चुके. So in so many angles these shlokas can be studied. This is a jhalak for that. The saram says what? We have to become a sadhu. The two lakshanas of the sadhu are: one, knowing theoretically, wanting to reach Paramatma. Two, whatever the obstacles are there in and out in the form of attachments, asking the Lord to remove that Maya from us. Now, how intricate is this point in our inadvertence? One side, while seeking truth through study of Shastra, other side, are we not asking the people, love me, support me, help me? Whom me? The Deha Upadhi Yukta Jiva only. यही माया है. Value me, invite me, do whatever I say, give me what I want. We are asking the world, यही attachment है, यही मोह आया है. When you are spiritual, in spirituality, you have to discover Atma Swarupa, then you have to pursue that only. Instead of that, what we are seeking, that is what Maya. Still, our attachment with Upadhi is stronger, and through that Upadhi, Adhatma as a Jiva, we want to make our Upadhi happy, but that still we are asking. We are not even recognizing that these are the obstructions because of which we are still extroverted, Medaya Vedaha. So therefore, Asanga Shastrena Dudena Chitva or Tasmat Ajnana Sambhutam Rustam Jnanasana Atmana Chitva Enam Samshyam Yoga Mahatishtutisha Bharata, or ask Bhagwan. भगवान प्लीज मेरा पंचकोश के तादात्म्य से मुझे छुटकारा दिलाओ ताकि मैं नो मोर जीवा डिस्कवर माय ब्रह्म स्वरूप. How many times in last 1 year we prayed like that? We only prayed कि बंदे सुधर जाए और मेरे से अटैच हो जाए. Let the world change and listen to me. That is what we asked. See, the fellow who is not getting detached from the world, when the world is opposite to him, how will he get detached when the world is favorable? And without detaching, you cannot attach to Paramatma. They are two different things. Duramete viparite vishuchi avidyayata vidyeti gyata. Those are opposite, diagonally opposite. The path of Shreya, Paramatma is internal, path of Preya, the outside thing. This is called Mohamaya. It won't go. First of all, I am in Mohamaya of attachments. Even though I claim to be seeker, I have to recognize it. And that childishness of mine, where one side I seek the thing self, other side I am only acting in such a manner that my identity with the not self is growing. Recognizing itself is a great achievement. Then seeking the Lord. Oh Lord, please, Sarva Dharman Pariteja. You told, but I am not able to detach. Please see to it that all these detachments come. When we ask, then Bhagavan will kick us, do so many things by which we get detached. In the case of Raja Muchukunda, it happened different way. He was just pulled into Devalaka to help the Indradi. By the time he helped them, first he tried and slept for such a long time. Second, he woke up and saw entire Rajyam, family, everything gone away. Now, kiss attachment hoega. And is wise enough not to get attached to anyone, including Krishna. Bhakti chahiye, attachment nahi chahiye. You will see that. So this is the essence of this shloka. Ki manye mama anugraha ishate krutaha raja anubandha apagama yadruchaya. यह प्रार्थते साधु भी एक चर्या वनम विविक्षत भी अखंड भूमि। तो अखंड भूमि के राजा लोग भी वन में जाकर ध्यान करना चाहते हैं, बट दे वांट टू गेट डिटैच्ड। सन्यासी लोग भी परमात्मा जानना चाहते हैं, बट स्टिल दे हैव सम अटैचमेंट्स बिकॉज ऑफ आसनास, बिकॉज ऑफ द प्रारब्ध। These are all very powerful. That's what I said, Maya and Moha. So only Bhagavan, Mame Prapadyante, Maya Metam Tarantite. Is wherever we are lost now, because of which all the time we are not able to focus on Paramatma. Whether it is outer things we are lost in, things and beings, or our inner own minds and desires of every type. Remember, these are all Maya. We have to seek the Lord's blessings for the removal of all that, like He is asking, or He is saying. महामहिम लोग भी आपको उस माया से, अटैचमेंट से छुटकारा के लिए मांगते हैं। मुझे दुर्दशा से हो गया, ये दुर्दशा से कुछ होता नहीं, कुछ होता है जो भी आपके अनुग्रह से होता है। Therefore, मन्ये मम अनुग्रह ईश ते कृतः। हे ईशा, अहम मन्ये ते मम अनुग्रह कृतः। By you, my anugrah is done. That is what I accept. So, if you put it in another simple way, Lord's anugraha on us is not in the form of attachment to the world. It is our duragraha that Bhagavan is forced to bless us where we get lost in samsara. If Bhagavan's anugraha comes, it is only in these 4 or 5 forms. One, wanting to know the truth. Second, total detachment from the world. Third, seeking the Guru, going to the Guru. Then, surrendering to Him and listening from Him, knowing the truth. This is called Bhagavan's Krupa. Baki sab jabardasti we have demanded Him. Therefore, helpless victim He has given us. Because after all, we are all His children. नहीं देंगे तो हम बदनाम करेंगे उनको, इसलिए मजबूरन देते हैं. But from Lord's side, if at all He wants to give us, are these things by which we recognize our identity with Him. Is there any doubt? Dekh lo Baba. So after this shloka, the next one, very clear, unambiguous. न प्रार्थये न कामये अन्यम तव पाद सेवनात्. तव पाद सेवनात् अन्यम अहम न प्रार्थये. I don't ask anything other than the puja, upasana, bhakti at your feet. Tava pada sevana means archanam, pada sevanam, vandanam, dasam, sakyam. Out of the Navada Bhakti central one. Pehle ke char, piche ke vichar. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada Sevanam. Fourth one. Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Akhanadam. So in any of the places, any one of these Navada Bhakti is told, you must understand that all 9 are told. But it is 1 or 2 or 3 or 9, that's not important. Through any one of them, we are discovering our devotion and surrender to the Lord. That is the main point. So here he is seeking the method of Tavapada Sevanat. So Anyam na Kamaye. So this is the wisdom of our great Raja Muchukunda. I will not ask anything other than devotion at your feet. And Akinchana Prarthitamat. Akinchana means those who have given up everything with maturity, knowing that everything is Parikshilakan Karmachitan, Nirveda Mayat, सब फंसाने वाला है, सब बंधन में डालने वाला है, इसलिए आई वांट नथिंग. जैसे जो लोग वैराग्य पाए हैं वो आपके चरण में भक्ति मांगते हैं. That only I'll ask as varam. Varam word is used here. So, varam vibho. So, tava pada sevanat akinchana prarthitamat. Tava pada sevanat anyam varam. He Prabhu, aham na kamaye. Clear? Those great sannyasins, bhaktas, they ask for the bhakti at your feet. Only that I'll ask as vara when you have given me the open that check, empty, that signed check, empty one, blank one. I'll ask that only. And what is the common sense? Aradhya kaha tvam hi apavargadam hare. Hey hare, tvam aradhya. Having worshipped you. Who are you? Apavargadam. Daman dene wala. अपवर्ग मोक्ष मोक्ष को देने वाला आपका आराधना करके करके कहा वृणीता हे आर्य कहा वृणीता आर्य वरम वर के रूप में आत्मबंधनम. So who will ask for the Atmabandhan Rupi other boon, having worshipped you and blessed by you, who is the giver of moksha? Now see how many times this shloka has to be मग्ड पर रट करके हमको इसके अर्थ का जूस निकाल कर पीना चाहिए. How many mandiras we have gone? How many thousands of times we have done puja at our home? What is our demand? Are we asking anything other than the moksha from God? Then we are Bevkuf number one. And we are given that. कल बताया ना आ बैल मुझे मार और आ भगवान मुझे मोक्ष दो. याद है या नहीं याद है? AVMM. I am pausing here. Each one of us just to refresh our अंतःकरण. पहले तो उसको निद्रा से बाहर लाओ, डिस्ट्रैक्शन से इधर लाओ. Don't worry about anything being in the class. Let us listen to the knowledge. Let us learn that knowledge. Let us right now only make use of that knowledge. So, Aradhyatam Apavargadam He Hare Kaha Arya Vrunita Varam Atmabandhanam. So, any vara other than asking for Jnanam and Moksham is the binding vara only. Who is the Arya, my wise person, matured person, having worshipped you so beautifully? He will ask for anything which binds. I am pausing again. क्या मांग रहे हैं भगवान से हर दिन? Thank God, देखो our Guru Parampara's कृपा on all of us. When we started classes, we were doing all पारायणम पर पिछले 1 साल से या 8 महीने जो भी हमसे जबरदस्त एवरी क्लास में संकल्प करा रहे कि नहीं उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मय के बोध सिद्ध्यर्थम भगवत भागवत दर्शनार्थम सनातन विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थम विश्व कल्याणार्थम the best of the 4 sankalpas in the universe we are doing. There can be no better sankalpa than this. First Brahmatmaikya Moda, then Bhagavad Bhagavata Darshana, then Sanatanana Vishwavyapti, then all those who are working for it, their blessings. Blessings to them so that they are safely doing the work. And through that Vishwa Shanti, Vishwa Kalyana. How beautiful our Sankalpa. We are not doing it. Bhagavan only making us do this Sankalpa and he is going to fulfill that. Because he is so innocent, he gives what we want, what we ask. अब क्या मांगना है? करोड़ों बार हमने इस बात को देखा ना. The two big problems in the world are what? Problem number 1, whatever we ask, the God gives us. Problem number 2, what to ask, we don't know. Is it not? Whatever you ask, you'll get. You want to become प्रधानमंत्री? मांगो भगवान से. अब नहीं है तो 2 लाख जन क्या बोलते हैं जन्म के बाद जरूर बनाएंगे हमको प्रधानमंत्री. अब जो प्रधानमंत्री बैठ के बैठा है कुर्सी पे, he might have prayed for it from thousands of lives and worked towards it. अदरवाइज 140 करोड़ में एक बंदा बनना, वो भी 5 साल के लिए लगातार या 10 साल के लिए, फोकट में नहीं होता. विदाउट भगवान ग्रेस. एंड ग्रेस विल नॉट कम अनलेस वी डू ड्यू उपासनास एंड प्रार्थनास. मांगो मिल जाएगा. और कुछ मांगना है? इंद्र बनना है, चंद्र बनना है, कुछ भी मांगो वो बन जाओगे. बट इज दैट वर्दी? आप ब्रह्म भुवना लोक पुनरावर्तिन. अप टू ब्रह्म लोक यू हैव टू कम बैक ओनली. If you reach Mamupete tu Kauntaya, Punarjanva na vidyate. Devan Devajo Yanti, Madbhakta Yanti Mamapi. 7th chapter of Gita. Everywhere we are seeing. Even in our Mundaka Upanishad also. Surya Dwarena te virja prayandi atra amrutasa purusho hi abhi atma. You can become one with the Hiranyagarbha. मांगो चाहिए तो, but none of them are mukti. Only oneness with Brahma Swarupa is mukti. And the only obstacle is our attachment to everything other than it. So who can remove the attachment is Paramatma by removing the Maya. When we do the prarthana to him. When we do the prarthana to him, then he in the form of Guru comes and teaches us Brahma Vidya. Stick to Brahma Vidya, Maya already goes. Like this 1 hour. We are sticking to Bhagavatam. कितना भागवत समझा ध्यान किया वो अलग बात, माया तो एंटर नहीं किया ना. Is it not? Those who are keenly, attentively listening. वो कंडीशन तो ऑलवेज कंडीशंस अप्लाई. क्लास में भी सेल फोन लेके सबसे बात कर रहे हैं तो दे आर इन माया ओनली. आई एम जस्ट टेलिंग, वी हैव केप्ट एवरीथिंग असाइड, cleanly, exclusively listening to Bhagavatam. This 1.5 hour, our surrender to Bhagavatam, warded off or removed the Maya away. ये भगवान देते, हमको इसको यूज करना है ना. एंड ऑल उपदेशास which we receive from the gurus, from the Bhagavatam, when they are practiced off the class, that time also you are away from Maya. The more deeper you enter into the self, the more we are away from Maya. The more we are away from the self, we are deeper into Maya. देखो, ask the Lord for Maya मोह से छुटकारा. अगर इसको मांगने का हिम्मत हौसला नहीं आया मतबल, we are still childish, that we have not understood the problem and solution. We have not studied Shastras thoroughly. You have not understood that Brahman alone is Satyam, everything is Mithya. Mithya Jagat alone binds us because we give it reality. Therefore, when we devalue it by knowing that it is unreal, half of the problem goes away. The remaining half goes away when we identify with our essential nature, the Brahma. ये ज्ञान पक्का नहीं है, हमारा दिल धड़कता रहता है जब हम कहते हैं भगवान से मांगो वैराग्य. स्वामी जी वैराग्य नहीं, अभी पीपल से ना अभी तृप्ति नहीं हुई स्वामी जी. I just want again some 2000 lives to have wonderful wife or husband or children. अरे भैया तृप्ति होता नहीं, डिजायर बढ़ते हैं. इसलिए डिजायर्स आर लाइक एडिंग फ्यूल टू द फायर. सी द माइंड हाउ इट वर्क्स. 10 साल के बाद मैं सत्संग में आऊंगा मतलब 10 साल नहीं आऊंगा. देखो 10 साल मैं मौजा ही मौज करूंगा. अब 10 साल का कौन पूछेगा. अब इन दिस 10 साल, दिस 10 साल का जो वासनाएं हैं और भी स्ट्रांग बनकर वो कहते हैं 100 साल तक हम भगवान के पास नहीं आएंगे, है ना. जगत के साथ ये सिनेमा गाना, 100 साल पहले मुझे तुमसे प्यार था, आज भी है और कल भी रहेगा, फंसे रहो. वी आई टेल यू, बाइंडिंग के लिए भी नोबडी इन द वर्ल्ड, वी आर द कॉज. लिबरेशन के लिए भी नोबडी, वी आर द कॉज. और कौन बैठे आप क्लास में, आप अकेले हो, मैं अकेला हूँ, अपना जिंदगी अपने हाथ में. By wrong choice we get bound, by right choice we get liberated. The right choice is wanting to be one with the truth. For that ask the Lord to remove all the bondages, and when he is removing, accept it. Another thing I am telling, मांगने के टाइम मांगते हैं, बट जब आप करने लगते हैं भगवान फिर रोते हैं. Is it not? Therefore be ready कि whenever, as we said last 2-3 days, ऊपर श्लोक का हमने जो बल दिया उस पे कि whenever भगवान is taking away anything from us, please accept it as our request to him and his grace on us, telling us to focus on परमात्मा. वही तो कहा उन्होंने, यदृच्छया ये राज्य अनुबंध अपगम हो गया मेरा, आपकी कृपा है. हमने मांगा वो. Therefore, if in our family, our friend circle, if somebody is cheating, somebody is troubling, all of them are along with our prarabdha, Paramatma's kripa, to create the detachment in us so that you can focus on God. You understand? These are all very intricate things. समझ लो. Then the next look, बहुत powerful श्लोक है ये. If I start it, no, it will take 1 hour. I'll tell you the literal meaning, and it's so pregnant. Every shloka is full of meaning. Tasmat, therefore. Therefore, what is therefore? Yadruchya Raja Apagama you have done, which is asked by all the sannyasins are those who want to become Rajarshis. I am thankful to you. Second, you gave me a blank check. Who is an Arya Putra or Arya who will ask for Bandhanam? Having received your blank check or blessings after worship, who is the giver of moksha? Therefore, because of these two reasons, now I am putting in front of you the extension of my desire. I already told you, I will not ask you anything other than your Pada Sevanam. है ना, न प्रार्थेयहम तव पाद सेवनात् न कामयेन्यम तव पाद सेवनात्, already said. Now he is talking from his side. Very good it is. 1 hour I will take tomorrow. I thought tomorrow I will conclude this chapter. नहीं होगा, 3 दिन लगेगा. Says tasma, therefore visrujya ashishaha, having given up all the desires, ishaha, O Lord, sarvataha, from every nook and corner I give up all my desires. Second, where from the desires come? From the three guna bandhanam. Therefore, raja sattva tama guna anubandhanaha. तो के सारे कामने गुणों के कारण होता है और गुण दृढ़ होते रहते हैं अंदर बिकॉज ऑफ अवर कामना. All this is in the 14th chapter of Gita, exhaustive. We will study it with Bhashyam sometime. 2 लाइन हो गई है कि giving up all the kamanas along with all the three gunas which are mutually connected to each other. What I am wanting now? Niranjanam, stainless, nirgunam, gunatitam, advayam, one without second, param, which is supreme. That which is tvam, you, which is gnapti matram according to our Taittiriya Upanishad, purusham, that Purusha Purna Paramatma Vrajami, I want to enter into him. Aham. Vrajami means I want to enter. See, the same thing in Gita, Krishna says, what Krishna says, here Muchukunda is saying. अब कृष्ण आगे बताएंगे. What is that? Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. Here he himself says, Aham Vrajami. That's why he said every word is so important. I have to explain for my satisfaction. मेरे ख्याल में आप तो ज्ञानी हो, देखते आपको पूरा समझ में आता होगा. तस्माद् विसृज्य आशिषः ये ईशः सर्वतः रजसत्त्वतमगुण अनुवन्दनाः निरञ्जनं निर्गुणम् अद्वयं परं ज्ञप्तिमात्रं त्वां पुरुषम् अहं व्रजामि. Just simply giving up all gunas and guna created desires, giving all desires and giving up all gunas, you whose lakshanas are all this, to that Brahma I want to merge in. Therefore, same what was said in the 12th Skandha, ki what is said there, बुद्धिया अनुमान गर्भिण्या वासुदेव अनुचिंतया. Here also ऊपर श्लोक में बताया कि तव पाद सेवनम, नीचे श्लोक में बता रहे becoming one with you, the absolute self. See the 12th skandha, 10th skandha, Ramayana, Upanishad, all of them together telling same thing. Of course, different language, context, etc. We should be able to relate all. After relating, we have to catch essence for us. If the essence of that is not digested by us, we have not helped ourselves. What is the consequence of all this study in our understanding and in the change of our pursuits? अगर समझदारी में और हमारे लक्ष्य में कोई बदलाव नहीं आया तो फिर काहे को पढ़ रहे हैं? That is important. And don't blame the guru or God or all. They can do maximum this of giving us knowledge through classes in which Lakshya, Marga, Sadhana, Tayari, everything they tell. Using all that and doing it our job. We are given the Purushartha Samarthya. That ability to work, we are doing everything of the world, but not our own redemption wala sadhana. We have to change ourselves, no? Remember, Bhagavan ne kaha, I will give you blank check. All is done by Muchukunda only. Raja Khud he does introspection. He only says, this I wasted all my time. He only says, now, thank God you have detached me from everything. He only says, I want nothing but your Pada Seva. I want nothing but merger in you. He only is doing. From that we have to learn. That we only have to do. Not Raja Muchukunda will do for us. मुचकुंद जी, मुकुंद जी से आपने जो मांगा हमारे लिए भी कर लो ना. नहीं होता, करो ना भेजेंगे, लेकिन करना तो आपको बनेगा, आपको ही पड़ेगा. गुड श्लोका इट इज. देन दिस 54th ऑल्सो, 58th ऑल्सो गंभीर वाला. इस एक श्लोक में ना 58 में भगवान हजारों लाखों जन्मों में with my ignorance creating so many desires of three guna to fulfill them, कहाँ कहाँ मैं भटकते 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 अटकते 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 लटकते 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 थक गया हूँ पूरा. I want nothing but I want to reach you. So this shloka, I tell you, no, very difficult for a person to digest unless in the highest level. Chiramiha, है ना, वृजिन आर्तः तप्यमानः अनुतापैः अवित्रषट अमित्रः अलब्ध शांति कथंचित. दिस श्लोक तो मैं तो एक हफ्ता या 10 दिन पढ़ाऊंगा भैया. मेरे वास्ते. आप चले जाओ, सो जाओ, 10 दिन के बाद आ जाओ. नो दिस इज द, नो, कोई बंदा खाने के लिए पूरा दुनिया भटका, कहीं नहीं मिला भोजन, कैसा होता है. और कोई नौकरी के लिए ढूंढ ढूंढ के नो वैकेंसी. दैट वाज द केस फ्रॉम ईयर्स बैक. अब तो थोड़ा काम करने वालों को काम तो है ही आज, कम से कम. जिनको नौकरी नहीं है वो निकम्मा है आज के दिनों में. देयर आर प्लेंटी ऑफ नौकरीज इफ यू आर कीपिंग अप योर ईगो इन डूइंग. बट दोज डेज he says how many lives through going through this and that and this by my own mistaken choice. मैं भटक 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 कर ए भगवान थक गए. लॉट ऑफ हिंदी भजन सिनेमा गाना ऐसे भाव को व्यक्त करने वाले हैं. Oh, beautiful. Let us try to feel it. है ना? These are the verses not to be spoken by me hours together and just making you. No, it should be little. 10 मिनट बोलो, 40 मिनट उसका भाव रखो, भावना करो. These are the shlokas of that time. And even I also like this जीवास कहाँ कहाँ भटक रहे. Again, even now the choice is us. भटकने का खत्म, भगवान के चरण, गुरु चरण, शास्त्र चरण, आध्यात्मिक जीवन, मुक्ति. 2-4 जन्म में हो जाएगा. Else again भटको. In one life, whatever the number of activities we do, they become vasanas, becoming cause for 100 lives again. In that way, we are going on postponing our mukti and running from one loka to other, one deha to other, one sukha dukkha bandhana to the other, for that one relativity to the other. That's why I'm saying a different intellect is required to understand all this. Not what you and I have. We're very mediocre, very more external extroverted, less internal introverted intellect. उन लोगों को ये नहीं आता समझ में. हाँ, कल हम देखेंगे इसको. सर्वम कृष्णार्पणम. ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः स्वरेण भर प्राणाय पाने व्यान उदान समानाय ब्रह्मणे मध्ये मध्ये अमृतपाने उत्तरावोष्णम रसपाद प्रक्षालनाचुन्ताम्बुल नीराजनान् दर्शयामि. ओम ओम नीलमेघ श्याम कृष्ण नित्य जगन मोहन कृष्ण बालगोपाल कृष्ण भव्य मंगलम वेणुगान लोल कृष्ण वेदांत वेद नवनीत चोर कृष्ण नित्य मंगलम जनाधार कृष्ण परमयावादि कृष्ण गीता वृद्धाथ कृष्ण परम योगी कृष्ण पार्षद राम नमो बोल श्री और रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय. श्री वेदव्यास सुखदेव सूतादि भागवताचार्य की जय. श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण शास्त्र की जय. बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय. सदगुरुदेव भगवान की जय. सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तनं गोविंदा गोविंद. थैंक यू. The speciality uniqueness of our classes are we are not talking anything out of the book, मतलब be away from the book. शास्त्र को ही हम पढ़ रहे. There may be many people who can deliver lectures 100 times better in languages, in logics, in examples. Definitely, that may help also. But I personally believe nothing like through the Shastra studying. A perfect authority of Rishi Parampara, Guru Parampara, fully blessed by the divinity itself. Nothing like Shastra Adhyayana. Wonderful. But we have to digest that knowledge. अगेन फ्रॉम पुस्तक से मस्तक, फिर मस्तक से पुस्तक में नहीं जाना चाहिए ज्ञान. वो मस्तक से दिल में, दिल से साधना में व्यक्त होना चाहिए. हाँ, थैंक यू ऑल. Rama Vittal